Ever feel like music just gets you, like right down to your bones? Today, we're diving deep into something that's fundamental to that feeling rhythm.
Absolutely. Rhythm is the heartbeat of music.
And get this, we're exploring it through a dictionary of rhythm.
A dictionary dedicated entirely to rhythm. It's mind-blowing.
Seriously, this isn't just a few pages. This dictionary documents over 5 quintillion rhythms.
5 quintillion. Imagine that's more rhythms than there are grains of sand on all the beaches in the entire world.
That's just wild. We're talking about a whole universe of rhythm here, and it's all thanks to Brazilian musician Jack Lima and his creation, Dicionário de Ritmo.
It's the perfect guide for our deep dive today.
I mean, a dictionary of rhythm, over 5 quintillion entries. This Jack Lima must be some kind of musical genius.
He certainly have an incredible grasp of music, and the dedication is astounding. We're talking about a project that took over 20 years to complete, and it all started when he was just a kid.
Wow, to dedicate that much of your life to something like this, starting so young, it really shows a passion for rhythm.
Absolutely, a lifelong fascination. Lima once called music a language, and this dictionary, it's almost like he's deconstructing that language into its most basic elements.
So every possible way to combine sounds in time across all different kinds of music.
Exactly. And he didn't limit himself to one style either. We're talking samba, rock, lambada, salsa, jazz, funk, blues, you name it, it's all in there.
There's like a roadmap to every rhythm imaginable.
That's a great way to put it. He wasn't content with just cataloging existing rhythms. He dug deeper, trying to understand the very structure of how music moves through time, no matter the genre.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting for me. He actually created a system for generating brand new rhythms.
He did, and he calls it Jackmétrica. Imagine the challenge trying to write down every possible rhythm. Where do you even begin? It's incredibly complex.
Right.
He had to invent a system, a kind of mathematical framework to make sense of it all.
So Jackmétrica, that's the system, that's the key to it all.
Exactly. It's his way of mapping out what seems like an infinite number of possibilities in rhythm. It's like, think about a single beat in music. Okay. Now, Jackmétrica, it dives into how many different ways you can divide that one beat, create subdivisions.
It's about divisions.
Right. Then it goes even further, explores how you can take those tiny pieces, combine them, arrange them within a measure, and boom, endless rhythmic possibilities.
So it's like taking something simple, breaking it down, and then rebuilding it in every way you can imagine.
Exactly. It's analytical, but it's also generative. You can use it to understand how existing rhythms work, but then you can turn around and use those same principles to create something totally new.
That's incredible. So like, I'm a musician, I hit a wall, I'm feeling stuck. I could theoretically pick up Dicionário de Ritmo and find inspiration.
Absolutely. It's like this wellspring of rhythmic ideas just waiting to be tapped into. Imagine you're a jazz drummer. You want to break out of your usual groove. You open up this dictionary and boom, a whole world of rhythmic possibilities you might never have even considered.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He's basically given musicians this incredible tool to break free from creative ruts. And speaking of inspiration, Lima's work, it's gotten some serious praise from some big names in the music world.
Oh, for sure. Musician Daniel Dabem, he called Dicionário de Ritmo a map of musical possibilities.
A map. I love that.
He even talked about music theory like a bridge. And, if there's one beam wrong, the whole thing collapses. Lima's work, he saw it as providing that solid foundation.
Wow, to have your work compared to the foundation of a bridge, that's a pretty powerful statement about its impact.
It really speaks to the depth and the rigor of Lima's work, and Dabem's not the only one who's been impressed.
I bet. What about, okay, so we talked about Dabem. What did Lima's own mentor, that incredible pianist, Wilson Curia, what did he think of this groundbreaking work?
Curia was blown away. He called Dicionário de Ritmo the result of arduous work. Really emphasizing the dedication that went into it. And he said it resulted in something truly remarkable within the world of music theory.
Yeah.
He even went so far as to say that in his view, and remember this is a leading expert, with this work, nothing more needs to be done in this area because everything that exists is included in it.
Wow. I mean, to have your mentor, someone like Curia, say that, not only praise your work, but to say, this is it, this is the definitive work on rhythm, that's incredible.
Right. Talk about the ultimate stamp of approval.
Right.
And it really underscores how this isn't just, like we were saying, a list. It's an analysis of the very essence of rhythm.
This whole deep dive has got me thinking, if one person can do this with something as fundamental as rhythm, What else is out there musically that's just waiting to be discovered and mapped out like this?
Right. It really makes you think about, we talk about creativity as this boundless thing,
Mm.
but Lima's work shows that even something as, well, I don't want to say simple, but as fundamental as rhythm can have this kind of hidden structure to it,
Yeah.
this order that's waiting to be revealed.
So does that mean we can systematize creativity?
It's a fascinating question to consider.
Or does it just give us, new ways to understand and appreciate how vast and complex it really is? This deep dive, like always, gives us more questions than answers.
That's the beauty of these deep dives, right? We get to explore these new ideas and challenge our assumptions, and who knows what we'll uncover next. But one thing's for sure, Lima's Diccionario de Ritmo, it's more than just a dictionary. It makes us rethink the possibilities of music and creativity, and that's exciting.